do you need a public address hype guy? Because, like, I've been practicing, like, this Saturday at McCoy Stadium, Nitro Circus Live, World Tour.
I might actually hire you personally.
Pay for the whole seat, you only need the edge.
There you go.
Was that good?
That was really good.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have a future.
Like, you kind of scared me for a sec, and then you got me into it.
I didn't want you to be scared.
Well, not like the scared.
Oh, like
I would have opened the door and hopped out if I was that scared.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, welcome into Carpooling with Ben, folks. If there was ever an opportunity for me to give a ride to a true freestyle motocross, I don't want to say legend.
You could say I'm old. I'm up there.
He'll be a legend someday. This is it. And in true Carpooling with Ben fashion, I put him in the Camry of Wonder. Mike Mason of the Nitro Circus Live Tour, which is kicking off real soon. And it comes to Pawtucket, Rhode Island on May 25th at 7 p.m. Sir, welcome to the car. Welcome to Rhode Island and Southern New England. This is a pretty awesome tour you guys are kicking off.
Yeah, it's going to be a great tour. I mean, every Nitro tour that I've been a part of has been awesome, and it always seems to one-up itself each year. I mean, you think we'd kind of hit a plateau here and there, but yeah, it just keeps going.
How many years have you been doing it?
I've been doing freestyle for 20 years. I've been riding motorcycles for 33 years, and I've been with Nitro for about 9 years.
Wow.
So yeah.
Started when he was 5 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Very impressive.
Like I said, I'm getting the legend thing. It's getting close.
So talk to me about this show. I mean, if people are interested, it's that Saturday night, May 25th. What can people expect?
Oh, they can expect a lot, because like I said, I've done a ton of dirt bike shows where it's just motorcycles only, and you'll have a couple parts here and there, and then all of a sudden it's like a dead spot. 10 minutes intermission or whatever here and there. Where Nitro, with having the BMX kids, the skate kids, the scooter kids, and us, we have two setups. We basically have a gigantic ramp, which is a 50-foot tall roll-in where the BMX guys get their speed to do their jumps. They're going about 40 feet. And then we have our setup right next to them, which is 75 feet in distance. We're going about 35, 40 feet in the air. So during the whole show, we're using both sides.
Okay.
So it's not like we ride and then we sit there and talk for 10 minutes and then they ride. They roll in, they do their stuff, 30-second AV clip, and then we're rolling in and doing our stuff.
It's nonstop action.
Nonstop, yeah, which is what I love about it, because like I said, I've been in some shows where there's just a lot of that awkward silence type of time,
How did you get into this whole industry, this whole art? I mean, you're an athlete. I mean, it takes a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of work to do this. How did you get into it? How did you get your start?
Yeah, I mean, I got my start with my dad. He got me a bike when I was 4 years old. He actually raced a lot in the local scene. It wasn't never much of it, but I mean, this is back in the day when just racing was the only thing, and then as I got into my teens, freestyle motocross started coming out, and action sports like X Games, in the mid-90s there started coming out, and I kind of always had that feeling that's more what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I loved racing. I did it for a long time, but I loved jumping and kind of being that center of the spotlight for, the 90 seconds or whatever that were out there. So I just kept pursuing it, and we built a foam pit out at my buddy's place, started learning backflips, and once, in my era, 15, 20 years ago, once you had a straight backflip, you were kind of up there in the sport.
Yeah, sure.
And now, I mean, kids are doing doubles and, front flips, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I just kind of built my resume through riding a ton of shows. I mean, I put in a ton of work. I rode all the time, every single day. But it was what I loved to do. I didn't do it to become somebody. I just did it because it was what I loved to do. And
the doors opened up this way.
Yeah, it just, action sports is a small community. It's not like football or something where you have to go prove yourself. It's kind of word of mouth, like, hey, this guy's riding good, we should give him a shot, and you get your shot and you make the most of it.
That's awesome. Not that we'll endorse the idea by any means, but talk to me about the construction of your first ever ramp. For me, it was a piece of plywood I got on my dad's workshop, a couple bricks, we built it up to a cinder block height, and then we got shut down by my mother. What was yours? And by the way, we were doing it with like 10-speed mountain bikes we got at Benny's.
If we're going with bicycles, I was on the exact same program.
Okay.
But I think the more scary part of the whole thing is my first freestyle demo I did. Because, we used to just ride dirt jumps at the track.
Sure,
you would do your tricks over that. And then all of a sudden, there was a guy in our area that's like, I got this good idea to start building ramps. There was already a good mold of ramps out there, but not in Reno, Nevada.
Okay.
And this guy legit had, we're talking like a BMX style wood ramp, and it was held up by a 2x4 stuck into the ground, because when we hit it, it would move forward. So he just put 2x4s in there, and we trusted the thing. I never thought twice about it.
Yeah.
Went out and rode my first show on it. It held up, but now I look back on it, I'm like, there's no way now, 20 years later, that I would ever hit that thing again.
Sure, and it's not advised for those kids watching at home to do that either. Because
at all.
That is just, it's not safe.
Yeah, not safe at all.
Talk to me about the safety of your crew.
Yeah, Nitro Circus is second to none with all the safety and everything. You know, as far as like the Gigantic side with the BMX guys, their landing's actually what we call resi. So it's like a slick surface that has a little bit of give to it. Because the BMX guys crash a lot.
Sure.
But not in a bad way, you know. I mean, they're always fine, but they go for it. They try, you know, we're talking double front flip, tail whips, which is where they're spinning the tail around while they're double front flipping. And you know, so they're going to have some crashes here and there, and then we have contraptions, which is a Barbie car, a reclining chair, a rocking horse, and those things never land. So we have to give them some kind of a give, you know, which is awesome. And then as far as freestyle motocross, our landing's kind of a hybrid landing. It's actually an airbag, but we have our normal landing wood surface over it. So to the normal eye, it looks just like a normal regular landing because we need that stiffness, you know. But it has a little give. So when we're landing, because, you know, even though we have suspension and stuff, we're getting back on our bikes last second.
Yeah.
So, you know, your feet are above the pegs, your hands are just off the bars. When you hit a solid surface, it just kind of jars everything.
Sure.
And we do 70 shows a year, so Nitro kind of figured out a way to ease the tension on the body a little bit. Yeah, to preserve the
you
almost
guys.
40-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that when I've tried to do the kick flips with the Camry here. Like
how's it spin? Like pretty good, or is it
not
just
good? I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna see if I could try it. I'll come early on Saturday if I could.
Sure.
Just try it out there, make sure everything's.
We'll get someone pointing you in the right direction.
Maybe those old timers can just you know, direct me towards a restraining order or something to stay away.
There you go.
This is going to be an awesome show. If fans want to get tickets, obviously they can go right to Pawtucket's website. They can go just search the tour.
So yeah, nitrocircus.com. I mean, they have all the VIP info, the show times. You know, they always do highlight reels after every weekend.
Oh, awesome.
So even if you weren't to make the show, which I highly suggest you do make the show.
Yes.
But if you weren't, you can catch the highlight reel on there, and they got athlete profiles and all kinds of stuff. So. And
this is a tour that's going all across the country. You're opening up in Houston. You've got other spots, so no matter where you're watching, check their schedule because they could be coming to a city near you. Last question I want to ask you. Just, and don't feel obligated.
Okay, I'll answer it.
Do you need a public address hype guy? Because like I've been practicing like this Saturday at McCoy Stadium, Nitro Circus live world tour.
I might actually hire you personally.
Pay for the whole seat. You only need the edge.
There you go.
Was that good?
That was really good.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have a future.
Like you kind of scared me for a sec, and then you got me into it.
I didn't want you to be scared. I mean,
well, not like the scared.
Oh, like
I would have opened the door and hopped out if I was that scared.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, you're a pro bike guy. I mean,
it takes a lot to scare me.
You've done that before. It's not anything out of the ordinary. Mike Mason, sir, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Looking forward to having you here. Folks, don't miss the show. It's going to be awesome. Follow these guys on Facebook. Follow them online. Go to their website. Go to Pawtucket.com. Get your tickets. This is going to be a show you're not going to want to miss. Is this the first time you guys are performing in a baseball stadium?
No, we do baseball stadiums quite a bit.
Really?
But this is our first time in this area. So
awesome. Well, you can't miss that. Inaugural run. I like that.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Let's do it.